Stream should be back up now. Yep, I don't like when it does that. Like, my router isn't even aware that there's no internet for some reason. Just everything stops working. I look over, I can still hear things out of Discord for a little while, and then and then I slowly just lose everything. But the router just sits there like, yeah, internet, no problem. It's like, no, you don't have internet. Why are you lying?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I've had this exact same problem. My brother's had this exact same problem. It's weird.
It's really fucking weird.
Yeah, same.
And yet other times, like, it'll go down and the router will start blinking. Like, yeah, I don't have an internet connection. It's like, cool, at least you know.
Alright. So, do people think that they have, in general, the items they want?
When I left off, we had spent 151 on 4 potions of dark vision, 3 potency crystals, and 3 magic weapons, which included the wraps.
That sounds right.
What's a potency crystal?
So potency crystal is a talisman. You attach it to the weapon. It's a single-use item, and when you use it, it will give you an extra weapon die damage when you hit. Once.
For the
Turn.
Yeah,
for the rest of the turn.
for the turn.
Yeah, there's also all the potency, which lasts for 1 minute. It's like 7 gold though.
Yeah, it's only a 3 gold difference.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I think I was describing the striking thing. Yeah, I'm wrong about that.
The potency crystal just replicates the striking ring, so it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just does it for 1 turn instead of
forever.
Ever. Yeah.
Yep.
When do you get access to the potency rune?
So, well, the potency rune is what you already have access to. The striking rune you get at
Sorry,
4th
excuse me, not the striking rune, yes. 4th level, got it.
I both make sure I have that correct.
Alright, and I had been reading about the Eon Stone, because I wanted to know what it does and how long it lasts, and la-di-da-di-da-di-da. It is an uncommon invested magical item. Yes. Let's see, when you invest one, orbits your head, you can stow, interact, removed.
Set it into a wayfinder.
One thing I've been worth looking into for the mage who's not getting a weapon is something like a first rank spell wand.
Where is this?
That is a 3rd level permanent item. Page
I haven't
282.
gotten that far yet. Ooh, there's a mage's hat too.
Yep. A lot of the more mage focused things seem to start at level 3.
Fighter's fork? Oh my.
Typo. The level 1 Eon Stone, a consumed Eon Stone, is a dull lump that has lost its magical properties.
Great.
It still rotates your head like any other Eon Stone. I'm like, wait, about your head? It rotates my head.
Gonna start doing your best owl impression.
I don't like that. My spine.
I hope you don't rotate your head.
Don't. It's stylish, hands-free option for various spells that target an object. This Eon Stone has no resonant power.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if I could use it for telekinetic projectile, and then I'm like, it's not worth taking the extra spell, and even if I did eventually take it, I could just find a random projectile on the ground.
That is the only level 1 Eon Stone. Everything else is like 7 and up.
Telekinetic projectile is a really good spell. Oh, you need a damage type? Oh, fight like a dagger or something. Oh, you need a bludgeoning? Fight rock.
I'm also looking at the Marvelous miniature. Yes.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm looking at now.
I'm like, oh, you mean I could, for one use of this thing, carry almost, well, not almost as much shit as I want, but 10 extra bulk?
Yeah,
Whee!
go into someone's like, what do you call those things? Do they keep all their gold?
Pouch.
Treasury or something like that. Just shove a load of gold into a chest, and then just go, boop, and it turns into a key.
Yeah, but once you reactivate it, that's it. It's a chest forever now.
Yeah, but it's a great way to walk out with like a lot
Yeah.
of like gold and stuff.
Yeah.
Wayfinder. It's more. Combat compass repurposes ancient technology to draw fantastic powers from mysterious magical items called Eon Stones. There is a badge of office for agents of the Pathfinder Society. Oh god. And wait, seriously? Isn't Pathfinder Society just like Adventurers League, but for Pathfinder?
Well, the Pathfinder Society is like an actual thing that exists in the normal world.
Yeah, but that sounds like a thing they did on purpose. Among adventures,
Quite possible.
Wayfinder functions as a compass. An indentation in the middle of a Wayfinder can hold a single Eon Stone. Placing an Eon Stone in this indentation provides you all the benefits of having the Eon Stone orbiting your head, but it protects the stone from being noticed or stolen as easily. You invest a Wayfinder and the Eon Stone within it simultaneously, and they count as only one item toward your investiture limit. An invested Eon Stone slotted in a Wayfinder also grants its resonant power. If you have more than one Wayfinder with an invested Eon Stone on your person at a given time, obstructive interference from their resonance prevents you from gaining the benefits from any of them. You can still benefit from additional Eon Stones orbiting your head, just not in Wayfinders. Interesting. So, you could buy a Wayfinder as a compass, and as a plan to get Eon Stones later.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the Wayfinder when I get the Aeon Stones.
How expensive was it?
Not very, but... I also am a compass, so...
Well, not all of us is compasses.
Kampai.
Oh, goodness.
I just like that we both said it.
Ugh.
That's an old reference.
It really is. Here's your Kampai Ray.
Thanks for all the kampai.
God.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
Anyway,
No, we could probably find that video. It's on there somewhere.
Probably. 28 GP for a Wayfinder. Masquerade Scarf. Shield nobody uses.
But the magic wand would basically just be an extra spell slot in a sense.
yeah, an extra spell a day. It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's the best? No, but it's not bad.
Grave Root. Held in two hands.
Oh, wait, I want to know what the mage's hat is.
Opaque white sap from the Grave Root shrub clothes the mind. Poison it. Stupefied. Stupefied.
+1 bonus to Arcana checks and lets me cast Prestidigitation.
You get the looming sense that while that hat would be useful if you buy it and your cousin sees it, there will be merciless humiliation for needing
Yeah,
that.
well.
Aren't you already wearing a big mage's hat? Get yourself a big magical
I
mage's
am.
hat.
I am indeed wearing a big hat. They're pretty! I'm also carrying a staff that I can't use. Probably. Well, actually, I can use it, just not well.
Pendant
And you
of
could
the-
buy a magic staff. It's also an option.
Pendant of the Occult. Amulet is hollow and shaped in the form of an unblinking eye. Its cavity typically holds some fragment of occult text. While wearing the pendant, you get a +1 item bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast the Guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell. Might be a good one for you, Pip.
Sorry, repeat that.
Pendant of the Occult, page 293. Within our means and within our ability to use.
Guidance was one of the cantrips I was thinking about getting.
I said give it to you. Plus it has an activated ability. Dream Message.
At level 9, it has an activated ability.
Oh, you're right.
Or rather, the level 9 version.
Yes. It doesn't have the activated ability, but it does everything else that we said.
Yeah. I feel like Masquerade Scarf could potentially become useful to us also if we want to, like, invade the ranks of the cult. But that doesn't have to be a now thing either. What was I looking for? I'm looking for something else.
How much was that? Why? Oh, 30 GP, okay. I'm sitting here going, why is the price not listed in the description? I have to go back to the table. No, it is. It's right there.
So staffs are vastly superior to wands.
Staves.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
But they're two-handed usually, right?
Nope, they are
Wands
one-handed.
are a foot in length.
A staff is typically
What else is a
one-handed.
foot in length?
A staff is typically one-handed. Their main drawback is you can't be as flexible about what spell goes in it, because you can get a wand for any spell, but sometimes there's going to be just set types of staffs. But staffs can eventually get to more than one cast a day, and you can use your own spell slots to help with casting that particular spell in case you want to sacrifice a prepared spell you have for whatever's in the staff. So it's just more flexible.
Shining symbol.
What's a harm spell?
The spell,
Harm
harm.
spell is reverse heal.
Mm-hmm.
It
Unheal
heals
things.
undead and well, damages everything else.
Harm existed in 5e too.
Yeah, but harm and heal are much higher level spells than that one.
Yes. But I mean, in the same way that heal and harm, cure and inflict wounds were opposites.
Indeed.
You worship a
Except
deed.
inflict wounds did not heal undead. In
True.
that section.
Wait, hang on a second. You expend a number of charges from the cat spell. I can't talk. Alright, I need to read the actual rules for staves.
And
Staves.
that I can explain. You get, from what I can tell from having just read all those rules, you get a number of charges when a spellcaster prepares a staff at the start of the day. The number of charges you get is equal to the highest level of spells you can cast. So you can cast second level spells, you get 2. You can cast third level spells, you get 3. So on and so forth.
That is kind of nice. And that means that they get, like, better as you go.
Yep. And
And
for a
Without
spontaneous
coming up.
caster like you, if you want to cast the spell from the... You can also expend a spell slot at the same level as the spell on the staff, and then only one charge for whenever you have a staff with like higher level spells, so you can reduce the casting cost.
to cast a spell from the staff, it needs to be on your list. You don't have to know the spell, but it needs to be on like the occult lists, if that's you know, if it's an occult spell. Not sure how it works for you, since you have like the wizard ones, and you also have like the arcanists.
Should be able to use either a spell from either list. But if it's only on one list, she has to use the modifiers that come with whatever let her get that spell list. So if it's an arcane only spell, I imagine she'd need to use her intelligence to cast the spell. For
That,
like,
and I
attack
imagine
rolls and
that
DC.
if she can't like use like when you do archetype, you start with the ability to cast cantrips. Then when you get like a feat that lets you cast like 1 to 3rd level eventually, I guess it would just follow, like you can only do up to like 3rd level arcane things, even if you're higher level in occults. Maybe. I don't know.
The shining symbol doesn't sound too bad when I'm looking at it.
I glanced at it and then looked away because it talked about worshipping a deity.
Yeah, I worship a deity.
Yep.
Yeah, you're weirdo. Why do you do that?
The fun thing is, so it gives you better religion rolls, which have been useful to me. But also, with an activated ability, I can make it shed bright light, and anybody in the light has penalties to lying to me. Actually, penalties to
That's
lying
neat.
and stealth for everybody. It's not just if you want to lie to me, it's just you can't lie. It shines through bodies to reveal hints of the spirit within. Creatures receive a -1 status penalty to deception and stealth checks. I can turn it off. Apparently it just glows with dim light all the time, but I figure I can stick that in my pants and just glows.
Oh my.
Hide the light.
Saucy.
Yeah. Anybody else hear the
Yeah,
refeeding just
just
now?
put it on the inside of your trench coat and you flash to people. Like a badge or something else.
Yeah. Or
Are we
something else.
just gonna do shopping for like the entire time?
I wasn't planning to do it the whole time, so I'm trying to keep us moving on it.
Yeah, like think I'm done. There's no point looking at like higher level items because we can't get them now.
We can get the 3s. That's why we're looking at the 3s. We can get them. Derek said so.
Yep. It's
Alright.
that's on the that's on the table given by the book.
So,
Right, then I mean
According to this table, at some point through level 2, everyone should have 2 level 3 permanent items, 2 level 2 permanent items, and then 2 consumable items of levels 1 through 3.
was that 6?
consumable
Or...
items. So not permanent items for 3.
The first thing he said was level 3 permanent items.
Oh, I thought it was just consumable.
No, he said 2 level 3 permanents, 2 level 2 permanents, and 2 items, I assume, each of levels 1 through 3.
Yep.
Okay, so 6 items.
I'm distraught.
So 6 consumables and 4
Yeah,
permanents.
and 4 permanents. 2 level 2s and 2 level 3s each.
I'm distraught.
So you want that mage yet?
I'm considering a staff of fire.
Okay, 60 GP for that. So this is where we're going to become limited by the money, because we've got 149 left total. So at best, we
I
can
want
probably
Tracker's
get...
goggles.
At best, we can get 3 items. But looks like we'll just be able to get 2. So we're gonna have to toss up Cracker's Goggles, Mage Hat, Shining Symbol.
I mean, I am okay not getting the Mage's Hat.
Or not hat, excuse me,
So
staff.
we got 300 gold.
Yeah. We already spent
Just
151.
now.
We've already decided that 151 is worth spending, which is, again, the Dark Vision Potions, the Potency Crystals, and the 3 weapons.
So we have 149 left.
Correct. And
We did have starting gold that we got from the box. Did we spend any of that?
I don't know where
Because I still have that on my feet. I have... Where's my...
Yeah, I didn't even see... I don't even see anywhere on the sheet to list your money.
It's second page.
Ah, there it is.
Down at the second page.
Yeah,
underneath
now
the
I
book
see it,
thing.
now I see it.
I have 17 gold pieces.
Yeah, I have nothing listed there, so I'm going to go with I have nothing. I was given some stuff by Amarina, though, so I must have something.
Yeah. She gave you something.
You
Well,
did.
She gave
You gave me your
gold.
starting gold that you weren't going to spend, so I was holding on to that for you.
Yep.
So I probably have something like that as well, 17.
Sorry, I'm just continuing to look at.
Alright, so if we do the staff and the goggles, that's 120, which leaves us with 29, which we can just save for later. Plus whatever anybody
Hold
else
up.
has.
Staff, I don't think I can get because
Yes.
I don't believe those are on the occult list. Hang on. Have to look at things.
Excuse me.
Cantrip. Nope.
Oh, Wyndon's back.
Quite unfortunate for me.
Yeah.
So then get the hat instead.
Or possibly a wand.
Get a first level wand of magic missiles. Always a solid option.
So in the absence of wand, there's still symbol.
Symbol?
Shining symbol.
Nothing.
Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think that you're gonna get good use out of it, and
I've rolled religion more times than I expected to in the last couple sessions, so I don't think I won't get good use out of it.
I mean that's fine with me.
What's your wand got?
What?
The wand you're looking at, what's it do?
Wands basically just give an extra spell per day.
And if you're in a really bad pinch, you can use it one more time. That is not recommended.
Does it
Ah.
blow up?
It might. Well,
It has
I
a
don't know.
chance of blowing up.
Yeah.
AC 10 flat check to either become broken or destroyed. Broken if you succeed.
Yeah, I was about to say. So no matter what, it's out of commission.
Until I repair it,
Nice.
which I can do, theoretically.
I still get the one normal one for free.
Doubling rings are kind of interesting for dual wielders.
You will, yeah.
Yeah, I'd read the name Doubling Ring, but I didn't actually jump there to see what it did.
It basically, if you have a non-magical weapon in your offhand and a magical weapon in your main hand, it duplicates across.
So it acts like having two
Effectively,
magic
that's the
weapons.
basic. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated than that. Like you have to have the right ring on the right hand, and yeah, I have to be holding two weapons at the same time.
Or you could get a returning rune. Does somebody throw weapons?
Not yet.
You want to throw weapons?
Yeah.
You can have it back.
Runes are transferable, but you can also sell it later if you need to.
Don't you need to get the potency rune first? Or are you talking about
We already have the potency rune.
That's where the first
That's-
150 went.
Yeah. 151 went into a weapon that you can put a rune on.
So I probably would have put that on my short sword, which does not have thrown.
Okay. We can also just skip it, come back to it later.
Yeah.
There's a coyote cloak. I don't know what any of this shit is. I have to
It
go look.
adds to your survival and
Yeah.
allows you to feed people.
Okay.
But I think
Use it in a city. What are we eating?
yeah, I
That's
was
not
gonna
fast.
say.
I found it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you use what society to find food in a city, and survival outside cities.
Apps.
Sounds right.
If I'm recalling correctly.
It's not rat. And then your anti-lying thing is just like, why am I burning? Ow.
So, you want the goggles?
Yeah.
Okay.
They increase my survival for trekking, which is what I do as a bounty hunter.
Alright, so let's just hurry this along. We have one more item. Is anybody really looking at something they want?
No.
Kate, wand?
I could take it or leave it.
Okay.
You found it interesting in the shining symbol, so I say go for that. I have many cantrips, so
True. Okay. The only
two
other
of
thing...
them do
yeah.
damage.
Mhm.
Sad, but whatever.
The only other thing that was interesting was the masquerade scarf, but we haven't really shown ourselves to be the types to disguise ourselves for shit so far.
Yeah,
They're not
yet,
expensive,
anyway.
so we can always come back to that. So, alright, why don't we go with the goggles and the shiny symbol and call it.
Sounds
Okay
good.
with that.
Alright, so that's 60 and 55, which is 125. Take this down here, shining symbol,
So we have 24 gold left.
55, and goggles, 60, 125, yeah, so it'd be 24 gold left. Alright, so on your sheets, Amarina, you can add the wraps. Scrapsy and I can make our weapons +1.
Short
That's got an item
sword.
bonus of 1 to hit.
Gun. 1.
And then you'll get the goggles, and I'll get the shimbal.
120. Worn item. Proper. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, my character sheet is going so slow.
Religion gets a +1. My religion checks are now insane.
Oh wait, I also wanted the Alchemist Toolkit.
How much is that?
I don't remember, it was fairly cheap.
Okay, I've still got the page up
Just a
there.
basic,
It was rank 1,
Probably
I
5.
think.
I know.
it's just a basic
How much are healers kits?
equipment.
Healers toolkits. They are 5 gold. You need to be proficient in medicine to use them.
Recommending that I pick
not
up some of those for
there.
us. Alchemist Fire. The Alchemist Toolkit.
Also now stands slightly corrected on my table.
It's in the player core. It's just a basic equipment
Oh, how much is it?
that I need for, or not necessarily need.
How much is it?
I don't remember.
How much is
I,
it?
I don't remember.
Find it!
I'm sorry. I am sorry. I was going to tell you during all this.
Yeah.
Edge is malfunctioning right now,
Ah,
so I can't get to the player core book.
I see.
I will find. So let's see.
Thank
Player
you.
core. Equipment, gear.
Control. Find. Alchemist.
Alchemist Toolkit. Here we go. That is a description. I need a price.
Page
Motherfucker, where's the
287.
price?
Probably 5 golds.
287. Hopefully.
I would imagine.
We're into this adventuring gear. Table. There we go. Alchemist Toolkit, 3 GP.
Oh, 3.
Even better.
Like Thief's Souls.
Alright, are those consumable, or can we get away with just having one?
They're tools. They're not consumable.
Cool, good. So, put 3 GP to that, we have 21 left, and then, what, spend the last 20 on 4 medical kits? Or are those also tools?
I believe those are also tools.
Oh, then we just need 1 medical
Healer's
kit.
toolkits. Amarina already has one, and they're not consumable, so you don't
Yep.
need more.
Amarina
so
has
they're
one?
Like running out.
I don't have one. Should I have one, or are we using yours?
You probably need
I
one.
guess you've been using hers because I thought you had one.
I don't think I have one.
Yeah, you need one to, use street ones. You need like the bandagers and shit.
And I must already have one. Alright, so we've got 21 gold left.
I guess just hold on to that for now because you don't have to be at next level.
Yep.
So, something I have realized in the muck of this is apparently that line of permanent and consumable items is not per person, it is actually per party, which seems weird to me.
Okay, so then
What
we're fine. We have our
Yep,
two
you guys are right
third
on
level
fire.
items, 2 third level items,
Yeah, I
and
thought it seemed like a high number.
Yeah, because there's no way for it to match up to the gold value.
well, sometime in 4th ed it was that plus the gold value.
Nah, the total value is meant to be like including those items.
Um,
Like you guys will have a little bit more because you guys didn't really get anything first level. but yeah. To me, it came across as weird, because if you're trying to balance for a 4-person party, why do 2 people get level 3 items and 2 people get level 2? That just comes across as strange to me.
Total balance.
But, regardless, so, several hours have passed from running through the city, trying to find the things you want, figuring out what you wanted. So call it 1 o'clock.
Alrighty.
Get started like 10ish, I think.
And now we're all tricked out. Scrapsy's got funky
Yes,
goggles, and I got a
equivalent.
glowing symbol.
And you all have either +1 weapons or have had +1 runes applied to the weapons you already had.
Yeah. And
Well,
the 3 of us that are
suits
using
fits.
weapons also have the potency. The might straight. That thing that
Yeah, the
is
plus
Got this.
1. the single use thing.
And
Potency crystal.
Thomas has lost microphone privileges, apparently.
Hey. Everything's going great.
Hey man, we chose our things and we still have an hour of game time left.
Alright, let's do the thing. Let's kill somebody. Or we have dinner
Okay.
with the drow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have time to kill things before dinner? And, you know, also still wash up before dinner?
I mean,
I don't think we
since
have a
never
target.
actually said a specific time.
7.
You can tell me what time seems normal, but for me, you certainly should have time between 1 and like 6 or 7.
Yeah, we said 7.
Yeah, we said 7.
We need to cook, though. We told them we would prepare a menu.
We have
That's
6
true.
hours to get into trouble.
What kind of trouble do you want to get into, Amarina?
Maybe punch some people, get some stuff other people have if they're like full, then I want them.
So, mugging. I'm hearing mugging.
Well, we had checked out that one building yesterday because something pricks related was supposed to go down there. What do we know about that again?
That there's potential robbery planned for this evening. My tongue will not work correctly tonight.
Well, hopefully we're done with dinner before that potential robbery occurs, so that we can go deal with that. So, why don't we spend the next couple hours getting our menu together so that we can have a nice dinner with these drow and see if we can convince them not to be pricks anymore, and then, or see if they've gained any new information overnight, throughout the day, and then maybe go see about that house that's going to get knocked over.
Alright. You also have the original lead that those guys at the Pricks gave you as well. Oh,
Refresh my memory.
with a potential meeting spot and where one of their, for lack of a better phrase, recruiters hangs out. Where you might be able to, be recruited.
I see. To be recruited into the pricks.
Not the Pricks, but the cult that you're trying to get information on.
Oh. Oh. Well, you guys want to check that out while I cook dinner?
I don't want to help cooking dinner.
Yeah, leave the healer behind. I'm sure it'll be fine.
They're just gonna go have a conversation, right? That couldn't possibly turn into a fight.
You just heard the lady say, I want to punch things and steal something.
It couldn't
looks
possibly
shady."
turn into a fight that Amarina can't handle.
I mean, I could also help with dinner.
I mean, it's whatever we want to do. I just know dinner's gonna happen at 7. Realistically, some time needs to be spent on cooking, and also there's this other lead we can chase down. So, however we want to do it. Maybe we leave the lead alone. Maybe we don't. What do you want to do?
I mean, eventually we'll follow up on the lead.
Okay.
The question is whether we want to do it now or later.
Is following up on the lead on the way to where we might procure the ingredients for making dinner?
No, not even remotely.
Okay, well, so can't work it into that.
Are we not
plan.
able to procure ingredients for dinner in the marketplace where we're buying the things?
But
I mean, we
yeah,
probably
that's
are,
what
but
I
then we
was
need to
gonna
haul them back. We'll carry these over to the meeting place,
yeah, that's true.
show up with
But where you're
bags of-
going and where the place I have in mind are not. They are not like similar enough to be near each other in a city.
Mhm.
I could like look up on the lead while
Mhm.
you like get the stuff, and I can help with dinner later.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I just want to make sure people are actively doing the things they want to do. And making dinner had been, my idea, so I don't want to make anyone contribute to that who wants to do something else.
I am afraid of following up on the lead given what happened the last time I tried to talk to someone.
Would that be when the orcs cut you down?
No, that wasn't talking to people. That was I'm talking about the mine.
Oh.
How I insulted a guy and made him not want to help us, and we had to totally tip our hand.
I
It
mean,
was
you
pretty
could just
funny,
not
though.
talk to people, like just ignore people and just look around or something.
I like the option is let Amarina do the talking with her new fist wraps.
Yes, and -1 charisma.
And -1 charisma. I like it.
Sounds very persuasive.
She is.
Yeah. And the best thing is I have +3 charisma, so I should be the one talking to people. I'm just not good at talking to people.
Let your dice do the
Anyways.
talking.
Yeah, it's not -1 bad.
There's that.
I could get a 0.
Maybe it just means you're not naturally manipulative, and that's not a bad thing, hon.
I suppose. But anyway. Alright, so I mean, okay, so we should follow up on the lead.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think dinner will take? Like 2 hours, and you need a little time to get the ingredients and stuff? That's what, maybe another hour?
Yeah, I would say at
So you
least.
should be free
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
I'd say 3 hours is probably a conservative estimate.
But then again, that's travel time too, if we have to get the ingredients and then carry them back to...
So if we were all gonna go, for instance, I would say let's allot for like 4 to 4.5 hours to do all that, so we'd only have, 2 hours to deal with the lead. Which, maybe that's enough time. But, either we all go or we split up.
You can split up. I can help with dinner later. I wanna help, like... We will help with control.
Yeah, you
question
can...
for following up on the lead, though, is... I lost the question. Say what you were gonna... while I find it again.
You can tell that, that Sagar, kind of trusts Amarina implicitly, like he doesn't question her when she says she's gonna do a thing. He goes, yes, I believe you can do that.
Alright, who's coming with me, if anyone?
Just for players' memories, because I don't even know if this is going to be relevant, but please remember that Emerina is illiterate, so if there's anything not spoken that she finds out, good luck.
Yes.
I'm
You'll have to bring it back.
intending to go with her. I just think we should discuss how we want to play it. Do we want to talk to them now, or just kind of scope out the scene and kind of listen a little bit and maybe talk to them tomorrow?
I mean, if you want to talk, you can talk, but I was just gonna, like, look and do, like, a vibe check.
Yeah, let's start there. Play it by ear from there. Okay.
Alright, so since I don't really know what the cooking scene would entail, we're going to the other one first.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. You just say, me and apparently Scrapsy are off getting ingredients and making the foods.
You guys got this.
Alright, so
We guys got this too.
thorns.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Out of this board.
Let's get some dice ready.
Feel free to ignore the fact that part of this board looks familiar from last session. Just want to use the other part of it. Once I get your tokens in place here. And the sun actually in the sky where it should be. Planet game board. Players summon unique creatures. Monkey lady. Yep. Alright. Not for the popularity of it.
Ah, there we are.
My opponent's shirt over there.
Alright, where should we look?
Wherever they told us to look.
One moment.
Okay. I'm assuming there's gonna be some people, like, flagging people down to tell them all about their awesome nautical organization.
Maybe. Do you think there would be a lot about it? I mean, we could.
Sorry, what was that? What did you say?
If he's the cultist, would they be, like, really loud about it? Like, or would they, like, be, I don't know, like, shady and, like, hide their activity or something?
I'm not sure. I feel like cults are usually, what's the word? Damn it, there's a word.
Subtle?
Yeah. Close enough.
I think I know the word you're thinking of, but it just went out of my head. Give me a moment. Clandestine?
Starts with an M?
No.
But I could be very wrong on that.
So not
But
clandestine?
like they are less open about what's going on in them. They hide their true intentions.
Clandestine.
Well, yes, but there was a different word that I was looking for, and I can't think of what it was.
So, from your pals, you heard that the potential recruiter hangs out somewhere in. Well, go up. No help.
The highlighted section? Yeah, the
I'm trying to-
highlighted section.
somewhere in this area.
What does this area of town look like? Does it seem relatively safe?
Define safe.
How likely are we to get mugged just walking around, or have people giving us funny looks and suspecting us of things?
Higher than you're comfortable with. But no one's like brandishing weapons or actively like staring you down.
Is anyone about us right
And
now?
Marina, on the other hand, does not seem to get nearly as many of these looks as you do.
That's probably not terribly surprising.
Uh,
She's very flashy.
there's like a flower here next to her, or like several flowers. She's gonna take one. She wants it.
See Pip, I've lost track of you.
She's in the shadow right next to me.
Yep.
Put like a bell on you or something.
Yeah, I mean that's the point. She's naturally stealthy. Even the
Alright,
GM doesn't know where she is.
Sure, you'll be able to pick one.
Do I know what it is?
Not much for clue.
Does
Flower of some kind.
Marina know what
Like, I
it
suppose-
is?
I
She's
suppose you guys
proficient
could
in
like,
nature.
yeah, if you guys want to know what it is for full nature, I suppose. While I try and come up with something.
14?
Doo-doo. $19.
Well, you don't know exactly what type of plant it is. It seems to be some kind of wildflower that seems to be growing in spite of the city and people here, as opposed to having been like grown by someone.
That's mainly what I cared about.
Oh, do you like the flower? Flower's pretty, so it's mine.
It is pretty.
She's just gonna like attach it to her jackets.
And it doesn't seem like something someone will miss, which is more important right now.
Fireball
If
solves
that's
some
important to you.
issues.
What?
Wendon wants you all to cast Fireball to solve your problems.
They don't know Fireball. Yeah.
True, I don't yet. Really,
Is it only a cult list? I don't think so.
I think it's probably not on the occult list.
No.
That's
Well,
what the wizard
hopefully-
train's for.
Yeah, I will hopefully be able to get it later with Archetype, but
You can. In the funny zone.
so. Oh hey, there's people.
Yes, I have generic people.
Does this area look like it's like locked down or something? Or under heavy guard?
Say that again? My brain didn't quite process.
Is this like an area that is like you should not enter because people will fuck you up?
No, this is more open space. Like, you'd be more worried about that going down the narrow alleys than you would going into the more wide open courtyard.
So she had asked if it was like locked down and well guarded.
No. Like, there's like maybe one person that might qualify as a guard over here, but not much outside of that.
Hang on, I'll be back in a sec, sorry.
It's all gone wrong.
Welcome back, Thomas.
Oh, I'm hoping it's working now.
Yeah.
It is.
That is a problem that is going to have to be sorted. Fucking permanently. So, what did I miss?
Or you're not able to hear either.
Oh, I had to restart. To see if I could fix it.
Amarina took
Then
a flower, and that was it.
Okay, flower.
Well, what was the last thing you had heard?
I don't know. It was Saggart was doing something. I was kind of focusing on just trying to get my mic work.
So we split up.
Okay.
Sagar and because you were absent, Scrabsy are dealing with getting the food together for the dinner with the two members of the pricks. Amarina and Pip are off going to scope out the recruiter for the cult lead that had been given to us by these drow who we're going to have dinner with this evening. So that's what we're doing now is Pip and Amarina are going and checking out where this person is recruiting people to the cult. And Amarina picked up a flower on her way there.
Okay.
Very back.
Which group would you like to be with now that you have a voice you can actually use?
If Pip is doing something, Scrapsy is with Pip.
Okay. Figured that would probably be the case, but wanted to double check with you.
But Pip will say if you would like to be part of the dinner preparations instead, you may very well do that. We'll be fine. They say it with more confidence than they feel.
What is... Give me just 1 second. Oh, look in there. Oh, yeah, I have to reopen my... Perhaps. What is the Pathfinder equivalent of insight?
It's perception.
Perception.
Decent perception. Do you get passive, or is it just you have to...
There's probably passive, because there's passive everything. Just 10 plus your thing.
Ah, well, 10 plus my thing could be 19. So,
Dang.
Damn, you're plus 9 perception.
He's a
yeah,
rogue.
I'm
He's an
an expert.
Dang.
So, Scrapsy would just kind of like look at Pip for a second and just be like, yeah, I'll go with you.
Pip will nod and smile.
Alright, so now we should just, like, find information, I guess?
Yeah, if as we enter this courtyard, are any of these people like doing things?
They will be doing things in general. This lady here is like trying to clean up some of the rubble. This one, some just seem to be going on like chores, basic tasks. With a street corner salesman over here, trying to pass off some version of snake oil.
that goblin trying to hide? Or just is hanging out there?
Where to put the goblin? Might be trying to keep in the shade. Might be going over what's in the boxes. Might be trying to liberate something from the boxes. Could be the merchant's muscle, who's just, sitting on his ass.
Did the pricks give us a description of, these recruiters?
They did not give a description. I suppose we did kind of handwave that, so I will say that I've given you this. Yeah, you'll know him when you see him. He sticks out like a sore thumb.
He sticks out like a sore thumb. The person holding a rabbit upside down? Is it the
Nope,
snake
I was
oil
trying to-
merchant? What?
So that one looks like he's probably just trying to get a rabbit ready for dinner. Just wanted to pull on his floor.
So we're looking for someone
But
who
as you look
like,
around,
stands out.
but as you look around, you'll notice that that's the only human and the only one with anything resembling money.
The merchant?
The merchant, yes. With others seeming to be more minorities, like half-orcs, tieflings, some dwarves. The goblin you mentioned, a kobold over underneath the stairs there.
I want to look at this. What is this?
Yes, could you ping it for me? Like the bird
Yeah.
gunk.
Yeah.
This seems like it was, well, let me double check my light here. It seems like it was possibly meant to be a water line at some point, but more turned into a sewage line that now things are kind of growing out of.
So it's stinky and gross.
Yes, very.
I will
As you can see,
pretend
on
I
each
know
end, the
this.
wall kind of leads into a sewer grate, once significantly larger than another.
So it seems in order to cross it, I would need to talk to the person standing in front of the bridge and ask her to let me by. That's okay.
Mm. That does seem to be required, yes.
Scrap the and left behind.
Just for my own personal note, Kristen, can you actually see any of the tokens?
Yes,
Okay,
I can see.
just want to make sure, because I
I
just
can
know that
see
sometimes if you don't have a
all
token,
these tokens.
just want to be sure, because I know that sometimes if you don't have a thing, you can't see anything. Just want to be sure.
Yeah,
Anyways,
no.
back to what you were saying.
We're allies, luckily, with these other player characters. So, unless it's the reality is that you put an observer in here.
Don't think I did.
But I've been able to see everything that Pippa Amarina can see.
As you know, I see colors.
Tiny bubbles
Next.
in the wine.
So this guy is like talking as he's trying to.
Yes, like especially as you start paying the slight interesting skill. Ah, you then! So, you look like you could use a little pick me up.
Do I? Do I look pale?
Oh, yes, very! Pale as snow. Come here, come here. See, I have this magical tongue. That's going to kill any ailment you have. Make it feel right better. Almost immediate. Give it a day or two.
Give or take a year.
So, given a day or two, but yeah, all those are the same general sentiment of immediate, but not.
Not actually.
Immediate asterisk.
Let's see. Can I recognize what he's selling as snake oil?
Not without tasting it.
You're naive, so maybe not. Hold on a second.
Wow.
You've described your character that way.
You stupid motherfucker.
I will point out though that I do apparently know a thing or two about alchemy.
So, alright, you have like alchemy crafting or
I do have alchemy crafting.
Arcana or occult for all, any three of them, like any one of those three skills.
Wait, what was the last thing you said after Arcana?
Arcana or occult. Like all those seem like ones that would do some potion brewing.
I have all of the things. Arcana,
Well, pick your favorite.
occultism, alchemical crafting. I don't know. I guess. Crafting makes the most sense? Well, no, if he's handing me a potion, I might contemplate Arcana. Might be my first go-to.
I mean, you're proficient in all. Knowledge checks are usually like secret checks, so the GM rolls them.
Oh, I
You
see.
just like tell them modifiers.
Right.
They're all the same, so the GM can just like choose which one is better.
Yeah. My modifiers are all 6.
Alright, 1 second. My dice are on the other counter, so I have to get up.
Bing bang.
There was that cat.
The perception DC is basically just tacit perception.
Yeah.
Okay, dice quality. So you should always be on my desk, but I didn't even think to check for them. Alright, so it's all plus 6. That's a d12, not a d20.
They do look similar
That's a
at
d20.
times.
Alright, so based on like the color and hue of this particular vial of liquid, it looks like it might be tasty, but that seems like about the end of its effects. You have 0 confidence this has any magical or scientific application.
Well, good news. It's a suppository.
Oh God.
Well, I suppose technically it should taste awful because that's how medicine tastes. So
Double good
scratch the it
news.
tastes good.
Okay. Well, suppose I probably don't want to call him out on it directly.
Diarrhea.
Let's say. You know, I appreciate the concern, but I am actually feeling pretty good. Been exploring the city, you know, seeing the sights.
You're sure? I have other tonics I could offer. You see what appears to be 4 or 5 of the same mixture with like food coloring added.
What do
I
these?
don't
What?
get it. It's like they're just selling literal snake oil. It tastes horrible. Doesn't do anything either.
No, not sick. Basilisk corn. That's great things for the skin.
Let me see.
Nah, she's trying to scam you. I fell for that trick like 3 times. It's fine. Just ignore him.
Oh. Well.
Just ignore him. It's fine. He won't be offended.
Don't
what is
trust
he
this
saying?
non-believer. Oh, that's one of the
Non-believer.
best product. Yeah, there's no belief in my goods.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, yeah, has no belief in my goods.
Ah.
I have some of the best products this side of the river. There's like eyes dart to the like sewage shit trench beside him.
I'm following his gaze. Like, mm-hmm. And the
Listen, I'm Hugh. Please, call me Bert. He like holds out a handshake.
wait, what?
He introduced himself. He said, please, I'm Hubert, but you can call me Bert. Held out a handshake.
I will
Trying to
shake
swiftly
his
distract
hand.
you from his
Telling
telling
statement?
eyes.
From his what?
From his telling eyes. Just because he knows that they darned to what he was trying to cope with. Anyways, what were you saying?
Collar spray him in the face.
No. I'll shake his hand and say, well, like I said, I appreciate your concern, but I think we're gonna get going. More exploration to do.
I should have been interested in something.
What?
Seemed like someone could use a little help from time to time. If it's not with the paleness.
What kind of help?
What kind of help do you need?
Probably not the kind of help of a potion.
Well, I have friends. What? Perhaps I could direct you to someone.
I don't like having to make decisions.
You decided to be the talky person.
I'm
I'm sorry, but that's gonna be a thing.
I know. I'm just gonna say, well, you know, I'll know where to find you if, something comes up. Or, I assume that you spend most of your time around here.
Not most, but some. I'll probably still be here trying to help these sign folks for the next day or so.
Where are you going after the next day or so?
Wherever the wind takes me. You know, in a new environment, new customers, new people help.
In the back of my mind, new people the trick. Well, I'll just nod my head and say, well, perhaps I'll see you in the next few days or just around. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. No
He casts
reason.
his eyes and shakes his head as he loses another sale.
Excuse me, sorry. But he's the only one that stands out at all. And he's not actively trying to recruit us. At least not.
Oh,
No,
you
does
thought
not
he
appear
was
to
a-
be so.
What? Oh, you
He
thought
does
he
not
could
appear
be
to be
like
so.
a recruiter or something? Oh, you should just... You should just ignore them because like they try to like... They want like the shiny metal things.
Point. Yeah.
Money, yeah. That's...
I'm thinking
And I don't even
spoons.
have that in the first place, so like... There's no point.
Probably don't have a whole lot either. I probably have some. I might have asked for like 10 of our gold. 5 to 10 of our gold to just have it available to us.
This way, I guess.
way.
Don't know.
So, do you know this area at all, Amarina?
I've been around. It's not like I've
What's
been
that?
everywhere in the city, but like I've been a lot of places. Usually down. I don't know. Shadier?
Like, dark shady?
Uh, yeah, sure.
Gotcha. For another verse. Right. Okay.
Oh, that person over there has like fancy clothing and stuff. Like,
Yeah, there's no non-fancy Dragonborn. That's just a... That's a side effect of Tailspire.
ah,
So it's just a normal looking dragonborn.
Yes. Like, perhaps a bit more well-off than some of the others around here, but still not, like, well-to-do or, you know, obvious mud and target or anything like that. Unlike, you know, you.
Thanks.
You're welcome!
Very, very comforting. Well,
I don't see any like really standout weird
No,
recruiter type. Not that I know what they look like, but like, and
a little bit more of a description would have been helpful.
Well, from the conversations you've had, they seem to recruit more subtly, so you wouldn't really expect them to just try and pitch it to you immediately.
I see.
But you're looking for kinds of people that they want to bring in. So you more or less need to appear as that kind of person, and they will approach you.
Right, I remember that now.
alright, we're supposed to be like desperate or something, and I don't know. What was it again? Look vulnerable?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, you're good at that. Just be yourself.
Ow!
Well, you know, I think if I was what they were looking for, they probably would have approached us already. So I must
Maybe they
not
haven't
look
seen it
that
yet.
vulnerable.
I mean, you look like the person people would rob.
You two mind? I'm trying to work up here.
Open my mouth as if to protest, but close it right away again. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
what you're
disrupting
working
you.
at?
What was that last thing you said?
I believe she asked what.
What are you working at?
Yeah.
Surveying the damage. Making sure I know how much this place was worth. What it's going to take to get it back into one piece.
What damaged it?
I'm too short to see over this wall.
Do not know, and that's not my job.
Wait, so hang on. Does the person not know what caused the damage? Is that what was just
She
said?
does not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
That's a lot of damage for something they don't know anything about.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting.
They don't know about what did the damage. Their job was to...
Yeah.
They're an
It's
insurance
an
adjuster.
insurance, yeah. Yeah. Well,
I have underworld lore. So would I have an idea of you said the kind of people that these people would be looking for? Would I be able to kind of figure out what those kinds of people would look like, what they'd be on the actual lookout for?
I suppose. But like, so my question is, where does this like underworld lore stem from?
It's from my background. It's the lore skill I got from my background.
I understand you have it as a skill. I'm trying to understand where the character has the knowledge from.
Past life.
From his soul. Remember, he has bits and pieces of this knowledge.
So just kind of hoping for a inkling or flashback or something that kind of...
I don't think
gives
he
you that
gets
information.
flashbacks. I think he just kind of has knowledge. He knows certain things. You know? He doesn't have
know what he
memories
knows.
of where the information come from. But like if you were asking him, like he if he was just sitting there, he wouldn't be thinking about like how thieves guilds operate or anything like that. But if you asked him like all this, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, they kind of do this and they do that." You'd be like, "How do you know that?" He'd be like, "I have no idea. I just know. It's just." He does not
procedural
have
memory, but not
any
abstract.
recollection of where the information comes from. He just has it. He has no like working memory of specific things that have happened, but just the I think the vagaries of stuff. He kind of has an
He
idea
has
of.
semantic memory, but not episodic memory.
Alright.
Well, I mean, other than presumably the episodic memory of things that have happened since he became sentient.
What's the other term?
Then you can
Source amnesia.
roll it.
I prefer my memory serial to episodic.
Hit, hit, hit.
Cereal is tasty.
I could use some food.
Every time I go to the
That's
store.
a 16.
What was that?
16.
16.
Alrighty.
68.
Well, what you more or less remember, but know, is that what any groups will be looking for in potential recruits is going to vary wildly. So unless you know of a group in particular, you're not really going to know what specifically they might look for or target. There's just, without knowing the group, there's no way to know for sure. From what you've been told, they are typically looking for anyone who's an outsider or is oppressed. Someone who would be looking to move their way up in life, kind of outside the normal tracks.
You said oppressed.
Yes.
Okay.
Not depressed. I could look depressed, I bet. Probably not
I mean,
No, it just
depressed
sounded
might
like
work,
oppressed
but
for a second there, and I just wanted to clarify. My notification.
You know, I bet our merchant friend might know what happened. Or any of the people working down there. Maybe.
Alright.
Just as a curiosity.
you're back. What can I get you?
Well, I was just curious what happened around here. An awful lot of damage. You must know, right? You're very helpful after all.
Huh.
They say without any trace of guile.
Well,
So it seems.
perhaps I do, but a man has to make a living after all. I don't suppose you could, assist me with that?
Can I roll a thing to either convince him to tell me things for free or at a very low cost?
Yeah, you know, persuasion.
Which is diplomacy.
That's
Or
diplomacy?
diplomacy. Yeah, sorry, I'm still getting used to the name changes.
Yeah, that I was actually like 5 minutes ago trying to find it.
24.
24. Oh, alright. Then you won't be able to coerce the information out of him entirely, but you will be able to knock the price down from like a few silvers to like 8 coppers.
I think I can do that. Probably.
You should have at least a couple gold on you, so yes.
Yeah.
Whether or not
But
you can make
presumably,
change.
exactly.
For the sake of keeping things moving, I'm going to say he makes change.
Or else that I happen to have change on me.
Well, from what I've been told, it seems to have been some sort of alchemical mishap. I think it's why they don't particularly like me, is with like one hand covering off to the side.
You think they suspect you?
No, I was here. I got here long after that thing went kablooey. But, you know, same occupation, bad rep and all.
Yeah. Worried it might happen again. So you don't know,
There are certainly
specifics
some
about-
unscrupulous alchemists that would take advantage of the lower prices out here for the more dangerous experiments they tend to run. So why get something nice and sturdy? You could just buy something cheap.
Yeah, that would be a, I don't know what I'm saying. He's giving the impression that he means that, like, looking down on the getting things cheaply as opposed to quality,
Somewhat.
as he tries to sell me snake oil.
Absolutely. Like you said, man, it's to make a living.
Yeah. I'll say something vaguely agreeing with him.
Ooh, seem kind of lost here. Is there something you're looking for?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm fairly new in the city.
It might be best if you find a new place to be. Things start to get a little rough after dark.
Are there gangs? I whisper conspiratorially.
You see
Giving an
him.
impression of nervousness.
You see him barely restraining a laugh. Dear, what city doesn't? Matter of fact, what road doesn't? Gangs,
What
bandits, marauders, all the same thing.
Ah, road. Got it. Nodding my understanding.
So, unless you or your friend there are more capable than you are, it would be my suggestion that you go elsewhere.
Certainly would.
Like to take one of these lovely potions.
They do protections as well.
Fuck
Pip's
no,
kinda
you break on the
giving
ground behind you and
a-
they slip.
What?
He said, fuck no, you break on the ground behind you and they slip.
Ah. Yeah, that
And
makes
this seems
sense.
like the first honest thing use of his potions that he's told you about so far.
Yeah. Pip is just like, ah, yeah, no, that makes sense. Well,
Daphne
I do
just
have a
kind of like
couple
tries to catch your eye and just kind of goes, nods at you like, huh? Huh?
Well, I've got a couple of my own that I can do with that. But anyway, thank you, sir, for your information and your warnings. I think we will
Don't
be
want to
off
see
for
a-
now.
Don't want to see anything hurt that you need to.
Does that sound genuine?
Seems to be. Can't be certain,
Okay.
as no rules have been requested.
Yeah, I am actually kind of curious. I would like to do a perception. I've only got a 4.
You are confident that these last few statements, at the very least, have been honest. No, this doesn't necessarily mean they're truthful, but honest.
Yeah.
The person can always be wrong.
What?
As far as like some of like the potion statements and thing, just
Well, yeah.
I was fighting over semantics for no good reason. Don't mind.
Marina would like to basically roll a perception too. She has been like looking at him like this whole time, just trying to get a beat.
All right.
Should you roll?
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask
I
what your
have
bonuses were. That's my fault.
minus +6.
Yeah, mine
And-
is the +4.
Okay. So you have the same general sense in Marina as Pip does. She's been honest with at least the last few minutes, though still trying to sell you snake oil because he can use the product.
Well, I guess. Play it safe, leave it there for now.
Yeah. Didn't really find out much though.
I feel like we probably found out more than I can comprehend right now.
Travel safe.
Good luck with your wares.
If you see me again, don't assume it's me.
Huh?
You'll figure it out.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, people are weird.
I wonder if it's a disguise used by like a group of people. Or he's got an evil twin.
Maybe he is the wolf twin.
Maybe he is the evil twin. Don't assume it's him. Well.
So you guys head out of this section of the city, presumably to help, or at least attend dinner.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will add though, I suppose that means that if we see him again, we shouldn't automatically go up and be like, "Hey, Hubert, how's it going?"
Yeah, he prefers Bert.
Yeah, he said as much.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
Let's get this dinner going. I guess.
Sure. 1 second. What was the OMG about, Kate?
I just have a theory, that's all.
His friend was Ernie.
Are you willing to share with the class?
Exactly what Tristan just said.
The moment
missed
he
it.
introduced him earlier, I had that same thought.
I still missed what the thought was.
That his twin might be Ernie.
That could be a fun reference, but no.
Got a rubber duck, that's how you tell them
I have a
which
different
one's which.
reference in mind for this one.
You what?
Got a rubber duck, that's how you tell which one's which.
Oh god. I don't remember which one is which actually. Does Ernie have the rubber duck?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. There was a game that I played once upon a time ago that was like Ernie's bath time or some shit like that.
There was an episode where he sings a song about his rubber ducky. You make bath time lots of
Anyway.
fun.
To the temple.
The
Okay.
balls.
At least I assume that's where we're meeting for dinner.
Yes.
I believe that's what you told them.
Yes, I wanted them to meet me at the Temple of Kazo.
Yes.
Just because that would be a public place and doesn't give away anything.
Yeah.
Publicly known place. But given that there are 10 minutes left, I don't think we want to start that scene necessarily.
True, but I would like to at least get us onto the proper board
Yeah.
pieces in place.
Yes.
And we can share our information.
Indeed. Whilst the little kobold is running around the kitchen cooking things by himself.
Ooh, I said I was
Marina's
gonna help.
Yeah, but he started without you.
Yeah.
Leave the cutting to me. I can like do train.
Over there.
She's gonna activate like her ring, and she's gonna try to slice the vegetables with the water.
Oh. Makes sense.
Trying to
Probably
like
be
make it
easier.
sharp.
Yeah, it'd probably be easiest to do if you freeze it. Nice little sliver of ice.
I haven't really figured out the ice part yet. It kind of just like fuses randomly when I try to do that. I'll just stick to water for now.
Alright, so
Well, at least they'll be very clean vegetables.
Should there be maybe a door here and have this room be a kitchen? Since this is really just a serving area.
it's gonna try to turn part of that into it, because technically the room behind it is part of the temple. But I could sacrifice part of it at least.
Well,
It also doesn't have a room directly to, or a door
this
directly
is
to
this
it.
is part of the temple, and this is part of the temple, and this is part of the temple, but this technically isn't currently. Now
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
kind of meant to be somewhat denoted by the difference in floor texture,
Gotcha.
and the fact that it has its own street entrance.
I just knew to see put me on this counter, so I'm like, okay, I guess that's where we're doing it. I need a kitchen.
I thought this place had one. I was wrong.
This is,
So apparently this was just a bar. Now it's becoming a full
Tavern.
like restaurant where you have been permitted to make use of the kitchen facilities.
Hell yeah.
the Thugger is special.
I mean, they're next to a temple. They're gonna have some pull.
Well known.
Because my daddy was an angel.
Such a good cook.
Master chef.
So
I'm a decent cook.
I make the best gruel.
Oh, I hope that's not what we're having for dinner tonight.
Oh, it's one of many things we're having tonight.
What is on the menu?
Gruel.
you guys gave some very specific items last time, but I don't remember what they are.
Well, I believe that Kip had specifically said that they wanted something that they were going to make themselves because it was from their childhood, hometown, one of those two.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
All right, come on, come help me. There's still a lot to do yet. Plus, you should tell me what it is you've learned while you were out.
Well, there was apparently a big explosion in that area, but not recent. There was a guy trying to...
so like pre-late.
Does not recent mean like a week ago or like yesterday?
The way he said
I'm
it
not
kind of made
really
it sound like
sure.
it was a while back, but you just said, Derek, the last few days?
Yeah, it would be like a few days, maybe a week, but the main point is that it's before the time loops. You're not going to be able to go back and find out, like, let's see what started it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like maybe less than a week ago, or a week ago. Like who knows?
Yeah,
We didn't get like a direct answer.
I don't think he knew necessarily the direct answer. He didn't even really know what happened other than some sort of alchemical mishap.
Alchemical, you say?
Indeed.
Apparently, something went wrong and went boom.
You've got some experience in alchemical things, haven't you, Pip?
Would I be able to... Okay, so first off, we lost Thomas.
No, we did.
Second off, so based on what the guy said, now that I'm kind of putting pieces back together. It sounds like they were doing experiments, and maybe they were not using the best quality items, and that may have been what led to the explosion.
They were doing experiments, and they did not want to risk an expensive building, so they bought a cheap one and risked that one instead.
Gotcha.
So it's not
Sounds like
so much
their
the ingredients
investment.
that were cheap.
It sounds like they adequately predicted the value of their investment.
Unfortunate for those poor people actually living there. I wonder if anyone was injured.
You didn't ask.
It wasn't immediately on my mind at the time.
Well, you should take me back there once we've done here. I am sure
There wasn't
that...
anyone obviously injured there anyway.
No, but they may be homeless at this time. They may be in need of a place like the Temple of Gazo.
Yeah, see, this is why you should come along, because we don't think about those things. I don't give a crap.
I trusted you to handle the important parts of the mission. I assume that was done.
Well, we didn't find a definite recruiter. Recruiter?
Recruiter? In any event, what did
We'll
you
have to talk.
find?
We'll have to talk to our friends a little bit more tonight.
I see.
See if they can match the recruiter to any of our descriptions.
But you did talk to people there.
At least one for the moment. Mostly just surveying the scene and
And nobody tried to sell you anything.
well, actually, the guy did try to sell us snake oil, and
Did you
hinted
accept
that he might have.
Hang on. Did he offer help?
He offered snake oil and said that there might be other things he could assist with. Yes,
Did you accept any of his offers?
I told him that if I thought of anything I could use help with, I would come back and see him in the next day or so. He said he's only going to be there the next few day or so, because I didn't want to take too many big risks without you.
Alright. Well,
Alright,
just
so
saying.
like, if we saw him again or something, then don't presume it's him, I think?
He did say that. I think
That was weird.
I think was. Blah, blah, blah. I think that meant if we saw him elsewhere, though. I think if we see him there again, it might be the same person. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow
that's...
if we decide we want to.
I wasn't there, but if it were me and I was running a potentially illicit thing where I needed people, and people are easy to get when they need something too, this is how I would recruit. Were I a more underhanded person at recruiting people to an illicit act. I think that this snake oil he was trying to sell was more akin to code saying you need something, help, to belong to. After all,
That's kind of the.
that's what cults are. Right here, taste this.
I think it needs a little more,
Salt?
maybe salt. I feel like. I'm gonna throw out the name of a spice. Could add a little something special to this.
Really? I wouldn't have thought. Let me try that.
Human?
He's going
Do
to
it in
like,
just a little section.
he's going to like lay it out a little bowl and add it just to that and try. Ooh. Oh, I think you're right. I like that.
Amarina's making a fruit salad.
Pip is so pleased with themselves. They may not have done the best job gathering information ever, but at least they provided a good addition to food.
That's my
Yeah.
kitchen
Hey,
stand
look,
until
items.
that's my kitchen stand until I find the more fantasy themed ones.
For this, a little of that. Next dish. That needs to simmer.
Let's see, what other things can I share? All right, so there was the recent explosion, the alchemy thing. There was guys trying to sell us snake oil, which may have been a code for do you need things. He did offer other help too, because he said he likes to help people, so he probably is the right guy.
Sounds like it to me.
So.
I feel like you're working with information I don't have. He didn't sound like a cultist to me. It just seems like a weird person who scams people.
I mean, that's kind of what cults do too.
Cities are full of weird people who scam people, but cults...
Yeah, exactly.
Groups that are doing things that could be dangerous to the general population. Not so many of those, and not such a good thing for the guards or other people to be able to identify you as such. So disguising oneself as just another scam artist seems like a reasonable ploy to me.
That does make sense.
This needs eggs. Where are the eggs at? Did you bring any?
Where?
Ah, thank you. 1, 2, 3 dozen. Perfect.
Oh my, that's a lot of eggs.
It's not going to be enough, but it will have to do.
How
Still
many
missing
people are we
one from
cooking
those
for?
5?
Oh. But 3 dozen?
Look, one cannot make a replica of the Temple of Kazo out of only 3 dozen eggs.
Just
The
the one
yolks
cook
are
still
going to be
back
the
that just
central
raises an
statue.
eyebrow at you.
Don't you give me that look. You're having some too. More pepper.
Yeah, Pip is like, just wide-eyed looking at you like that. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's see. So there's the guy. Oh, and then there is the weird thing that he said about don't assume I'm the same person. So I'm guessing there's multiple people using the same persona, which does also lend, you know.
That or he knows he will be mind erased later. Though that makes a lot more assumptions about what this cult is about.
Yeah, that sounds concerning.
Cutouts. They're cutouts. All of everything you've told me just supports the idea that this is probably who you're looking for, and he's doing a good job concealing all of his true activities.
I really like the word obfuscate. I have been looking for a reason to do that, to say it, use it. Obfuscating his true intentions.
He's
Anyway,
inveigling things.
inveigling.
Yes.
That I'm not entirely sure is a word.
It is. It's actually spelled really weirdly. It's INVEGLE.
Anyways, what else I was gonna say? Oh, right. So I was thinking next time we see him, we play like we don't know him and see how that responds.
We can try.
The information we get from the drow may help us in the next step of this thing. It's possible, he says, offering his palm toward Amaria, that it's not, in fact, the person we want, but I think there's a lot of supporting evidence here were I to be running this racket. That's how I would do it. Oh, my goodness, my cooking implements.
Working on making the fantasy kitchen.
But Wendon liked the kitchen.
Should we end the session now? It's
Yeah.
pretty late and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
More decorating will happen next time, so hope everyone had fun. Despite technical difficulties and amounts of shopping.
Ugh. So much technical difficulties. Alright. Thanks all for being here. Bye, stream!
Bye.
Bye-bye.